The mini brake is a noodly soup of nincompoopery.
How in the name of flip can a fella get the lay of the land
Without getting the hump!
But do not let your bonds burst from backed-up bile, for I, a subcultural blip, Richard Ayoade, am here to get your micro trips crisp.
Together with a troupe of TV tryhards, I'm going to globally gob off.
This is travel without mercy.
Tonight, 48 hours in Hamburg. Europe's third largest port is oft-dubbed the gateway to the world. Joining me for a German gander is comedian Bob Mortimer.
To better times.
To much better times.
Together, we will scent up.
This is chicken air freshener. I've run out of that, actually.
Talk meat.
Ringo
Yeah?
always had sausages.
And roll like dukes.
This is a dream come true, Bob. We're here, but should we have come?
Yes, very much so.
Thanks.
We stride like khaki Mac Daddies into the heart of Hamburg's old trading HQ.
Well, I feel particularly #humble to be here at the Speicherstadt, 300,000 square metres of continuous warehouse complex,
Wow.
the largest in the world. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site as of 2015.
I like it. There's a lot of brick.
There's a surfeit of brick.
You can never have too much brick, believe me. But why have you brought me here?
Why do you insist on preempting that edit point?
I'm sorry.
The free and Hanseatic city of Hamburg started life as a 9th century fortress, Hammerburg, before junking one of its A's and becoming Germany's second city. With a harbour the size of Copenhagen, 64 kms of canals, 3 rivers, 2 lakes and 26 outdoor swimming pools, it's massively maritime-y, which is maybe good. Famous for hosting the Beatles when they were a 5-piece, the city also produced your boys Brahms, Mendelssohn and seminal rock funk outfit Randy Pye. And perhaps most crucially of all, it's this city that we have to thank for my poolside peace of mind. I'm talking water wings.
48 hours in the Berg can stick a sister for approx 2:30.
Have you stayed at a nautical themed hotel before?
No, never.
Never.
I've sailed in many a ship.
We hump up to this repurposed office block, now the 25 Hours Hotel, Hafen City.
They're quite hairy curtains.
Aren't they hairy, yeah?
Prospective residents have the option to either scoop nautical-themed knick-knackery or hammer out an SOS.
I expect you'll be wanting to bottle some kind of missive.
That's what I usually do after I've checked into a
When you
hotel.
check in?
Yeah. I'll take the privileged 320 TR.
I've got Olympia, there's no model number. It does make me uneasy not knowing which model I'm working with.
Dear.
Safe to say neither of us are touch typists.
Dear Hare, bring 1 chicken madras and poppadom. Bloke I'm with just wants rice. Cheers. You're going to tell me what you put on?
To whom it may concern, I've been taken against my will. I've been working in the trenches of Fact Tent for up to 5 years, but this is a new low.
New low.
We depress our corks, shelve our nonsense, and crack open our cabins.
Ooh, this is nice. We've got a rope ladder here, so I can climb up, get nice and close to the ceiling, people. Look at our freestanding TV. Could watch it from behind and just imagine what the Germans are up to.
Well, the room is excellent. The only thing that could improve it is if the night shift by the Commodores. These are fun, guys.
Unable to find a deeper cut, I'm forced out of the groove and onto the streets. After some establishing shots of Hamburg's newest landmark, the Elbphilharmonie, the two of us prepare to appear in glorious widescreen.
Do you know how much they said this would cost?
I don't know.
77 million euros. Do you know how much it cost?
No.
860.
Oh!
Second highest building in Hamburg, Bob. 110 metres high.
Really?
Yeah. It's an arched escalator, Bob.
It is.
It's the world's first. I mean, it's a beautiful curve, isn't it, Bob?
As you know, I have a passion for curves. I like radio waves. I like rainbows.
Of course you do.
The arch of a lion's strike.
Yes, an eyebrow.
The
There's
surprise
so
that-
many curves
Yeah.
when you start to think about it.
Yeah, you should look out for them.
If we'd been allowed inside one of its huge and acoustically advanced amphitheatres, we might have seen a performance that looked like this stock footage. The River Elbe.
It's a big river.
It's 724 miles long. That's how big it is.
Kidding.
From the Czech Republic right out.
Wow.
The Elphi Plaza plunges a brother deep into a 360 vista, ink and entertainment complex dedicated to musicals.
Where?
There.
There?
TV tower.
That looks like the end of a ray gun that you'd have liked when you were a kid.
Yes. Do you like it so far?
It's like coming to a great big Birmingham.
Sounds like Birmingham's a village. Birmingham's already, you could argue, too big.
Shall we move on then? Thank you for this.
No, thank you. Corneas crumbling from the ocular assault, we walk straight into the path of two passive-aggressive pedestrians who stand between us and some nosebag at Anno 1905. Try Labskaus.
Okay, yes, of course.
Hamburg's long-standing Sig dish was a ridge created with long-life ingredients in order to accom months at sea.
So I'm going to tuck in, yeah?
Of course. That is soft.
The softest of the savoury foods is probably the egg yolk, isn't it?
It is.
Or bovril.
Are you getting lots of beef
Yeah,
within the meal? I don't mean in your life.
You know when you have corned beef hash?
Yes.
I'm getting that thing. I can't see any meat.
No, it's because it's so thoroughly mashed.
It's really nice, Richard. It was really, really nice.
I do like it. Oh, look at that. There's another pickle in.
Inside the herring.
I can't get enough of that pickle. This very same meal would have been ingested by vitamin C deprived 16th century sailor.
I feel like I'm living in their shoes.
If you had scurvy,
Yeah.
this is what you'd be eating.
Right.
You've got very little teeth
Yeah.
to deal with.
Yeah.
And you want something soft.
Because if you have scurvy, you lose your teeth.
The worst thing you can give someone with scurvy is a breadstick.
Or coconut.
Giving someone with scurvy a stick of rock is like punching them in the nose.
All the hard foods. Do you remember the Mott the Hoople song, All the Hard Foods?
You've heard the original Bowie demo?
I haven't, have you?
It is good. Oh, the hard foods. Should we call that a draw?
Yeah, do that.
Before we even stand up, the camera's tilting down. The town hall.
And it's a beauty.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Middlesbrough Town Hall, but much smaller.
What's the Middlesbrough town hall like?
A little bit like that, but smaller.
Scale down.
And in Middlesbrough.
Not for the first time, I'm preceded by the Beatles. The fantabulous foursome got their chops tight in Hamburg's clubs. We approach the nearest freezing-looking ukulele player for further details.
There's no place in the world where the Beatles played more than here in Hamburg.
Will they have gone to Hooters?
No. But
Great
the area
waffles.
was full of sailors.
Right.
So many people asked for rock and roll. So the nearest where club owners could find bands was England. The bands from Liverpool were a lot cheaper than the bands from London.
So it would be mainly paf music.
Before that.
Before the
yes,
Beatles,
yes.
Let no man stop Stephanie from talking Beatles on this tour,
Former favourite pub of the Beatles.
which commences at the Indra, where the hairy Strummers played their first gig.
The first concerts, they were probably only a backing band for a stripper.
Okay.
Because this used to be a strip club.
How long do you play for a stripper? I don't know.
I suppose it depends on the garments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If they're in a diving bell, maybe. Paul always says the Beatles were very much, breakfast-wise, a porridge band.
You're
But
doing it
really-
like Christopher Walken. Next, we stride into this empty frame. A plaque commemorates the site of the Star Club, which hosted the band's last gig before burning down in the 1980s.
Was it an arson attack?
No, we're
Look at Perry Mason over here. You think you're going to solve it? We draw stumps at the Kaiserkeller.
This was the second club they played, and it's very important in Beatles history because here they met Ringo Starr.
Wow!
Ringo.
The audience here was rockers, sailors, and gangsters. They wanted the band to get wild.
Yeah.
So they would shout at the band, Mach schau, mach schau, mach schau, mach schau, make a show.
Oh, make a
so
show.
the Beatles would like jump
Oh, mach
around
schau.
and develop a great live show here. When the sailors were drunk, they requested shanties. So the first single the Beatles ever recorded with Tony Sheridan was My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My
like that.
But
the show we mac is too harrowing to show in its entirety, forcing the editorial department to slip into time-lapse. With night upon us, we obey our edict to venture into its life.
You're right to remove your jacket because things are going to get very real.
Bob has a passion for homebrew, so we head for a homely cocktail lounge called the Drip Bar.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
It's up and down.
In this alarmingly bright establishment, spirits are slow dripped through ingredients like these for up to 3 days.
So are these all pre-dripped, as it were?
Exactly.
So you have all these already done?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Were you thinking it was going to be a 24-hour
Well, I
wait?
did wonder, yes.
Which will you be looking at? Cucumber larder?
Yeah, how did you know?
There's a freshness to you.
Thank you.
I'm going to go grey and gusty.
Yeah, sure.
Walter coyly mingles rum-dripped cucumber with lime, elderflower liqueur, coconut, pineapple and soda.
It's so refreshing, baby.
I plump for rum infused with Earl Grey, lime and ginger.
Now then, son.
That's superb. It's an excellent establishment. Only holds 35 people, and they do not allow for standing room.
Have you ever been in the company of 35 people, willingly?
No, I mean, I've been on a coach.
There was a time in my life when I was happy to stand. I think up until my late 20s, maybe.
Yeah. I remember seeing Sonic Youth at the London Forum, and that was seated, and the man behind me was smoking a pipe, and I thought, finally, if this is what the geek experience is going to be, I'm on board. Just... That's very dissonant.
Round 2 sees rum slammed through peanuts and gin sluiced through cardamom, mint and grapefruits.
Whoa, now.
Whoa.
What happened, Bob?
But you like it?
It's lovely.
Oh, you can taste those salty peanuts.
May I?
Of course. I really like it. I feel that I could have had a similar effect from just having a bag of nuts and drinking at the same time.
Salty nuts.
It's incredible that someone's bothered to do this.
Should we go to a club afterwards?
I thought you were going to say a nail bar. Is that what you normally do when you say club?
I started an origami club at school because it got you out of games.
A club? Or
Yes.
did you just start folding paper? What a way to end day one.
You've liked your peanut, haven't you?
Frickin' hell.
You're up for a third round?
Yes, please.
As Bob tries to remember his Ocado order,
Prunes,
Yes.
pears, chestnuts. I win. You had no comeback.
we prepare ourselves for regrets to come.
Chestnuts, pears, prunes, right?
Is this our second date?
In a matter of mere time, we'll return for more TV wind.
This is awful.
We've got our trailer.
You rejoin Bob Mortimer and I, Short-Haul Bishop Richard Ayoade,
Just been so lucky with the weather.
Yep.
midway through our Germanic jamboree in Hamburg.
Do you like swan?
Do I like swan?
Swan.
What, the meat, as it were?
The animal, the bird.
Yeah, it's a pretty bird, yeah.
Do you notice these swans here?
I see.
The financial health of Hamburg is linked to them. Since 1664, there's been a law in Hamburg that you may not insult a swan.
Has it ever been breached?
You burp just now.
Oh, trouble ahead.
We flee the scene and go underground for a debrief. Closer than ever, we power walk through the Art Deco attraction of the St. Pauli Elbtunnel, continental Europe's longest river tunnel at time of construction.
426.5 metres long, 24 metres underneath the river, 4,400 men laboured for 4 years to create this.
Just so that we could stride through it.
And I think people come here now just for the air quality. You probably recognise this as the location for the video of One Always Hardcore by the band Scooter.
Wow, that was here.
They did that video here.
So we're nearing the end?
Well, one more thing ticked off the bucket list, I can say that.
Yeah. It's a very adult tunnel, it is grown up.
It's not for kids.
Still buzzing from the fumes, we find ourselves saying this into an intercom.
Can you let us in to the German Additive Museum, please?
Commandingly set in its own grounds, they also have their own sign.
It's a charming setting.
Hello.
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 2 tickets, please.
Christian presides over the world's largest public display of additives, and, like the shaman, we start with the E's.
Are there any of the E numbers that have been struck off?
E128.
Yes.
You use it usually in Great Britain, the morning sausage. It's
morning
traditional
Morning sausage.
breakfast.
Yeah.
It's a very good colour for the sausages.
A good morning
And
sausage
they-
colour.
Both Richard and I are acutely aware of like sort of fraud in big business.
Yes.
Is there
We're
a...
sort of, I wouldn't use the word warriors.
But it would work.
Yes.
Is there a black market?
People who still want their sausages bright of a morning. If you go, I don't care what it does to me, I want my sausages
Traditional.
that colour.
We have here preservative, epsilon polyleucine. You're not allowed to use it, but you can't detect it.
Oh, that's clever.
Like doping.
We're on to you.
Terrified that my secret morning sausage ring is about to be bust wide open,
Gosh, that was a long walk.
Christian is keen to demonstrate how taste modifiers are used to mask bitter flavours, using a pill that turns sour into sweet.
So you have to taste something sour,
Okay.
like this. Yeah,
It's sour.
that's sour.
It's sour.
Okay.
Fight
Move
it
it
with
on
it.
your
Take
tongue
the pill.
some minutes. And then are made from a so-called miracle fruit, a wonder berry.
But the pill is also bitter.
Not better.
Whoa, that's tart.
Tart's a word.
Maybe it's the old.
This is too old.
I'm not sure.
It's not safe in Europe, and it's really old. Mate, where's the toilets?
I've enjoyed that. Next thing.
To follow, more ancient flavourings.
Use 1 drop, 1 part per 1,000 parts.
If I put 1 drop of that onto my tongue.
It'd be like 1,000 bananas.
1,000. I assume it's out of date, but...
Also,
2016.
but try it still good.
I'm going to put on my
Are
hand
you one of
But
those
it's
people who just doesn't believe in sell-by date? It's fine. You scrape the green off the top. It's fine.
Oh, wow. It ages well. Do you have any meat? Oh, is that crab?
Don't try crab.
The crab is old.
Oh, that's chicken.
Chicken, yes, please.
2014?
Will it be okay?
Yeah.
It's only been off 5 years, Bob. He'd never coughed a day in his life before he started working here.
My mouth is numb. Seriously?
You look very surprised.
Yeah, because it's like in the dentist's. I've seen a couple of you. That's okay. Wow, that's got a kick.
I think I need to get Bob to a safe space now. You've got a heck of a joint here. Best €7 I've ever spent.
Our insides now largely on our outsides, we stagger to the docks so that our surroundings match our wobbling soles. This section is the historic Landensbrücken.
700 metres of floating dock, Bob.
According to a nameless and possibly fictional source, this is the best place to come for Fischbrötchen,
Hello. Hello.
Hamburg's favourite sandwich.
You like Bismarck herring?
I'd like to try it, yeah.
It's the business.
It's the business.
Otto, the business von Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Could I have one of those? Because I like my food to look as little like the thing it first was.
$7.90, please.
$7.90.
Hey, now,
Flipping competitive.
isn't it though?
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yo.
Thank
Bye-bye.
If you have a passion for seeing ports up close, you can spaff a stack of euro for a harbour cruise, or just jump on the number 62.
This is glamorous, isn't it? It's like a triangle reboot.
But with more plot.
Take a bite of Bismarck. When it was €7.90, I thought that's cheap, but I can really taste the savings, actually. Like this.
Joe, it ain't that bad. Give me some facts, man.
You see that rhombus-shaped building over there, Bob?
Yep.
That marks the official entrance to Hamburg Docks.
Hamburg Docks. Does it have a formal name?
It's the Docklands office building.
Hey, but look, you've never climbed up the side of a building before.
We simply can't believe our good fortune as the shipyards and the fish market, which has been open for sea produce since 1703, glide by as if in a dream.
Sometimes the weather here is terrible.
Is it? It's hard to imagine when you're here on a day like this,
It's
isn't
a
it?
beautiful day.
And seeing the official Hamburg dock office, I never thought that would happen.
Not in my lifetime.
Yeah. I'll never play Clapton Strat, and I'll never see Hamburg's dock office.
Yeah.
You just live your life believing that, you know?
Yeah.
The vessel comes to a seamless stop.
So many windows
And so little time.
to look through each individual one.
If you had the time, would you?
Do the lot and celebrate. You're pointing at something.
Yeah. Zitronjette. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that terribly well.
And what's the story?
She sold lemons
Right.
by the harbour, as represented by this basket of lemons.
Yes. That's just a representation of lemons.
It's not
yeah?
actual lemons.
Okay.
She was sadly attacked.
Because of the quality of her lemons?
It's hard to know.
You don't know. An orange salesman? Someone from the Anti-Citrus League? I think they were a thing.
But the attacks sent her into madness.
Right.
And here we are.
And she's pointing her finger out as if offering assistance.
And people are rubbing that finger
Yeah.
for good luck. And it's really just a reminder of how cruel life can be, which I also feel is what this show is about. One day, you'll be cast in bronze like this, and you'll have to decide on a finger posture.
I think that's quite good. It's forceful.
Let's see what's up there.
With enough luck to last the rest of our lives, we bounce to the beach.
Who needs Miami, Bob?
When you've got this beach by a river.
Oh, look at that. What a beautiful vista. Yeah. Enjoying your German cinnamon swirl?
Yeah, very much so.
It feels crass, Bob, to press you to highlights on such a rich trip as this.
Impossible task.
But which events have you enjoyed most? What about that tunnel, Bob?
That's probably the longest walk I've had in about 4 years. So I thank you for that. And the taste of the chicken at the museum.
That's a take-home.
And the taste of the herring sandwich on the ferry.
Oh.
They're things that will linger with me long after I expire.
Yes.
Believe me. Oh, I'll tell you what I did like. In the cocktail club.
In the club?
They were delicious.
They were very good. You did enjoy those.
Oh, man.
We could get 50 Cent in that club. He'd party like it's your birthday. Will you be coming back soon, Bob?
I will be coming back, and I will follow an identical itinerary.
It's been a joy spending time with you.
I would never have come to Hamburg without your invite.
That's got a bittersweet sound at the moment.
It's faint praise, isn't it?
It is. And that tide's coming in fast. Speedy boarding?
Let's do it.
Oh.